Welcome to our 60-minute restore session. Today, our class will be a more restorative style. So you can take each pose, hold it for several rounds of breath, begin to loosen through the muscles, allow the body to relax, and sort of hit the reset button to begin this next week in that new, calm, restored sense of self. Before we begin, you may want to grab a few things. I have yoga blocks, but if you don't have those available, feel free to grab a few books, nice, thick, sturdy books to place the hands on. It just brings the earth a little closer to the hands. I will be using a yoga strap, but if you don't have a strap, a bathrobe belt or a gentle soft belt would work as well. You may want to grab a few pillows. I have a yogi bolster, but if you don't have that, grab several pillows. Make it nice, soft, cozy, and comfortable. And option to grab a towel as we end in Shavasana. Sometimes it feels nice to cover up and just have that warm feeling. It's also handy to roll up and place behind the neck, sometimes behind the lower back, just to give that little gentle stretch. And definitely grabbing water, staying hydrated is very important. So pause the video, go grab the things that you need, and we'll jump right in. All right, sitting on top of your pillows, on top of your bolster. Rest the hands on the knees. Close the eyes, or allow the eyes to soften and focus on a point on the floor. Just bringing to mind a very relaxed feeling. And we'll take these first few rounds of breath to begin to let the day's worries, the stress, the to-do list, all of those things begin to fade in the background, so that as you meet yourself on your mat today, you can come in with that clear mind, giving yourself permission to check out of everything except for your body and your breath for the next hour. This hour is for you to reset, to renew, to relax. And take the next few breaths, just clearing the mind. Allowing any expectations of yourself, any I should be able to, or I'm not flexible, all of those thoughts that begin to creep in, allow those to fade to the background. Yoga is about meeting the body just as it is, and yoga is a practice for everyone, no matter where you are in your journey. It's available to everybody, no matter shape, size, gender, age. None of those things matter as you come to your mat, because it's allowing you to honor yourself as you are for who you are. And as you begin to prepare the body for a restorative practice today, ground in through the sits bones onto your pillow, feeling that sense of connectedness, that groundedness, as the sits bones connect and feel connected to the ground, connected and supported by the pillow. Begin to lengthen through the spine, drawing the crown of the head toward the ceiling, almost as if an imaginary string were lifting you, making that lengthening easy and effortless, feeling the crown of the head draw up as the sits bones stay rooted. Continue to breathe at your natural rhythm of breath. And with each exhale, allow the body to relax, bringing that sensation of stillness. take the next few rounds of breath to check in with the body. Not labeling any sensation as negative, positive, good, bad, just being aware, taking notice. Are there any areas that feel tingly? Maybe areas that feel tight? Especially noticing areas that you need to be mindful of. If you have an injury or you're on the healing process, being aware to honor what each part of the body needs. And taking a moment to check in emotionally with the mental health. Where are you right now? Once more, not labeling positive or negative, just being aware. And today, I invite you to set an intention for your practice that sets the tone for the practice, maybe sets the tone for your day, your evening, whenever you're joining me tonight, today, Monday through Friday, Saturday or Sunday, just allowing it to set the tone for yourself. And today I offer you the affirmation, I am grounded. As we ground into the sits bones, connecting to the earth, feeling that sense of grounding, drawing the energy from the earth into the body, using that sense of grounding as a connection point, especially in times when you're feeling anxious, maybe feeling that anxiety begin to kick in, allowing the sense of grounding and connectiveness to keep the body and the mind centered in the here and the now. Place one hand on the chest and one hand on the abdomen. Imagine that you have a pitcher inside of the body. And as you take a deep inhale through the nose, imagine filling that pitcher all the way down to the bottom at the diaphragm, through the rib cage, into the lungs. And as you open the mouth to exhale, release as if you were emptying that pitcher beginning in the lungs, traveling through the rib cage, finally into the diaphragm. Using that diaphragmatic breathing, that belly breath, it's an excellent way to stay grounded, a great thing to pull in if you're feeling anxious. Take another full inhale in, take that deep belly breath, feeling the hand on the belly rise. Notice the expansion through the rib cage, the fullness in the lungs. Open the mouth and slowly exhale to let the air out. One final time, one more deep belly breath. As you're ready, open the mouth, exhale to let it go. Seal the lips. Inhale through the nose. Create a slight constriction in the back of the throat so that as you exhale through the nose, you create an audible sound like the waves of the ocean. And that breath will help us serve as an anchor, connecting us to the present moment, keeping us on the mat, keeping the mind here, in the moment, on the mat, keeping those outside distractions at bay. Release the hands to rest on the knees with the palms face up. If the eyes are closed, slowly, gently blink them open. Inhale, sweep the arms up to the ceiling. Lift the gaze, draw the chin. Exhale, bring hands to heart center. As the thumbs pass the eyes, draw the chin down, tucking it toward the chest, feeling the elongation through the spine, into the neck. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, drawing hands to heart center. Once more, following with the chin, lengthening through the neck. One final time, inhale, sweep up, lifting the chin, really reaching the arms up to the sky, up to the ceiling. Exhale, bring hands through heart center and bow the head. On this round, inhale, sweep the arms up, pausing right overhead. Exhale, lower the left hand to the earth as you reach the right arm over. Work to draw the right shoulder back. Option to gaze down at the left hand or gaze toward the right elbow. As you're reaching, make sure to stay grounded in through the right hip, working for a side body stretch on the right side of the body. Inhale, lift only the right hand back to center. And exhale, take it down once more. Inhale, float the arms up. Exhale, switching, lowering the right hand to the earth, grounding in through the left hip, reaching the left arm over, opening through the left shoulder. And once more, honoring where the neck is, option to gaze to the elbow of the left hand or to the palm of the top of the right hand. Always an option as we're holding the poses to close the eyes and just explore the sensations in the body. Inhale, lift only the left hand to center. Exhale, take it over once more. Inhale, float the right arm up to meet the left. Exhale, bring hands to heart center. Once the hands pass the chin, lower the chin toward the chest, bow the head forward. Inhale, float the arms up to the ceiling. Exhale, bring the fingertips to touch the shoulders. Open the elbows out to either side of the room. Inhale, round through the spine. Exhale, lift. Inhale, round just a little. Exhale, lift. This time, exhale, round through the spine. Draw the elbows to touch. Draw the elbows down toward the belly button. Inhale, lift the elbows, lengthen through the chest, lengthen through the spine, open the elbows out, press the chest forward, opening through the heart. Exhale, round and touch. Draw the belly button, the elbows to the belly button. Inhale, lift and open, lifting the chin. One more round. Exhale, round through the spine, elbows to touch, drawn toward the belly button, chin to chest. Inhale, lift and open. From here, lift the elbows and roll them back, drawing the shoulder blades toward one another. pressing the chest forward, shining the heart to the front of the room. Lower the elbows toward the earth. Bring them forward past the chest, lifting to the ceiling and bringing it out once more. As you draw the elbows out and back, really focus on drawing the shoulder blades toward one another and pressing the chest forward. Rounding back, bringing them forward, elbows to the front of the room. Exhale, roll back. Take 2 more rounds connecting to your breath. Take it as slowly as the breath moves. And after you take your second round, meeting right back where we started, with the elbows pointed toward the front of the room. This time, reversing the direction. Exhale, take the elbows back, lift the chest, bring the elbows forward. Exhale, round, kiss the elbows together, draw them back. Back of the room, lifting through the chest, opening to the sides. Exhale, elbows touch, round through the spine, take it all the way back. 2 more rounds. Always honoring what the body needs. If you come to a section and it just doesn't feel right to you, take the modifications, lessening the size of the circle, coming to the breath, resting the hands on the knees. Whatever your body is telling you that it needs, allow the honor to that. And as we come up, opening the hands out, or opening the elbows rather, out to the side. Inhale, reach the hands overhead. Interlace the fingers and draw the hands behind the nape of the neck. Use the thumbs to massage that area right where the muscles of the neck meet the head, right where those tension headaches sometimes begin. Just moving the thumbs in a circular motion one direction and then reversing. And then slowly ceasing to circle. Exhale, round through the spine, bring the elbows to touch, really draw the chin forward. Inhale, lifting, opening the elbows out. Exhale, rounding, drawing the elbows to touch, tucking the chin to the chest. Inhale, lift. Exhale, release both hands down to the earth. Keep the left fingertips reaching to the floor. Inhale, lift the right hand up. Bring it to the temple on the left side. Gently guide the ear toward the right shoulder. Option to bring the left hand behind the back. Also an option to reach the left hand toward the floor, really pressing, flexing through the hand to create a little deeper stretch. But just meeting the body where it is and honoring exactly where it's at today. Giving the body the love that it deserves. Always that option to close the eyes. Very slowly move the hand toward the back of the head. Turn the head gently to gaze down toward the right knee. And then tuck the chin toward the chest, using the right hand to apply just a very gentle pressure. Option to keep the left hand just as it is, or bring it behind the back. Gently turn the head slightly so that you're looking toward the ceiling at the left. Just noticing the change and where you feel it in the neck. And as always, if it doesn't feel right, take it back just a little and gaze down toward the knee. Slowly release, bringing the head back to center very slowly with a little gentle pressure, just so that we're not moving the neck quickly and causing any strain. Release the right hand toward the earth. Inhale, lift the left hand up, bringing it to the right temple and gently guiding the ear toward the left shoulder. Checking in with that stretch from the neck to the shoulder. Working to release the tension that's being held in the neck. Option to keep the right hand rested on the pillow, on the floor. Option to flex the hand. And always an option to rest it behind the back. Very gently draw the chin toward the chest on the right, so the gaze comes down, or left rather, so it comes to the left knee. Bring the fingertips behind the head, gently drawing the chin toward the left upper chest. And then adjusting the right hand however feels right. Just as we did on the other side, gently turning the head, still keeping it right where it is, just adjusting the chin toward the right and left. And then gently bringing the head back to center. Lowering the left hand. Inhale, reach both hands forward. Lift overhead. Lengthen through the spine, ground through the sits bones. Exhale, bring the left hand across the body to the right knee. Bring the right hand behind you. Gentle stretch. Inhale, float the hands up to center, taking your time. Exhale, crossing over the body, bringing the right hand to the left knee, bringing the left hand behind. Inhale, coming back to center. Lift the knees and gently press off the mat or pillow, whatever you're sitting on. Set that to the side because we will be coming back to that shortly. Place the hands at the top of the mat. Walk the knees so that you can stack the shoulders over the wrist and the knees over the hips. Coming to a kneeling position. Inhale, lower the belly toward the floor. Lift the chest to shine the heart forward. Lift the chin. Like a cow. Exhale, round through the spine. Draw the chin toward the chest. tuck the tailbone like a hissing cat. Inhale, lower the belly, lift the tailbone, lift the chin, shine the heart forward. Exhale, tuck the tailbone, round through the spine, chin to the chest. Take 3 more at your natural rhythm of breath. Making sure on the inhale to lift and shine the heart forward, and the exhale to round. And after your last round, coming to a neutral spine. Open the knees to the very edges of the mat. Touch your big toes together. Lower the hips down toward the heels. Coming into child's pose. Walk the hands forward. Keep this active by pressing the fingertips into the mat as you lower the forehead to rest on the mat. Using the fingertips to draw the hips just a little closer to the heels. This is a restorative pose, but at the same time, a very active pose, using the fingertips to deepen the stretch in the hips until you find that sweet spot and staying right there. This one is great for tight hips, if you have any lower back tension, as well as aiding in digestion. Option to lift the fingertips to press a little farther into the pose. Also an option to move the head side to side for a little fascia massage in the forehead. With each exhale, just relaxing a little deeper into the pose. And this is an excellent pose to come into at any point during this practice or any other practice. If the body is just thinking, I'm not feeling this today, this is always an option. Connect back to the breath. That nice inhale, followed by an oceanic exhale through the nose. Lift the head and shoulders just enough to walk the hands to the right side of the mat. Tiptoe the right fingertips, or left fingertips rather, slightly farther than the right, and rest the forehead back to the mat. Taking a full side body stretch for the left side of the body, from the wrist to the elbow, elbow to shoulder, shoulder to left hip. Lift the head. Walk the hands through center and to the left side of the mat. Tiptoeing the right fingertips slightly farther than the left. Taking that side body stretch. Right wrist to right elbow. Elbow to shoulder and shoulder to hip. Lift the head and shoulders. Walk the hands back to center. Keep the chest lifted just a little. Ground in through the right hand. Walk the left hand underneath the right. Let's change that. Walk the right hand underneath the left. Lower onto the right ear. Bend the left elbow at a 90-degree angle. Thread the needle. Nice, gentle shoulder stretch. Ground in through the left palm. Draw the right hand out from underneath. Bring the right palm back into place on the mat. Take the left hand, thread it underneath the right, reaching to the right side of the room, lowering onto the left shoulder and left ear. Keeping the right elbow at a 90-degree angle. Press in through the right palm, unthread the left hand from underneath, bringing it into place. Slowly lifting the hips, shifting the shoulders past the wrists, dipping the hips toward the mat, lengthening through the spine. Exhale, shift back, lower the hips to the heels. Keep the chest lifted. Inhale, shift forward. Once more, hips to heels. Inhale, shift forward, dipping the hips to the mat. Exhale, take it back. One more round. Inhale, shift forward. And exhale, flow back. Inhale, lift the hips. Curl the toes to draw the knees under the hips. Place the tops of the feet flat on the floor. Ground in through the palms. Inhale, lower the belly, lift the tailbone, lift the chin. We've been here before, cat-cow. Exhale, round through the spine, chin to the chest. Exhale, lift to a neutral spine. Inhale. Exhale, lower the hips to the heels with the knees nice and close. Close knee, child's pose. Slide the hands forward. Lower the forehead back to the mat. We had the hips open for a while, so we're going to let them close into a more natural position. Inhale, slide the hands forward as you lift the hips, lowering onto the forearms. Rest the chest or rest the head to the floor. Bring the palms to touch, leaving the elbows on the mat. Inhale, lift the palms overhead so that the tops of the fingers point toward the ceiling in prayer. And slowly lower the hands back to the floor. Slide them apart so that the palms rest on the mat. Lift the chest. Walk the hands back underneath, show the shoulders stack under the wrists. Shift the hips to one side to a seated position and walk the feet forward. Bring the soles of the feet together. Lengthen through the spine. Shift side to side to get any fleshy areas out of the way so that the sits bones make contact. Lengthen through the spine. Keeping that length, lead with the heart. Slide the hands so the fingers come around the toes. Leading with the heart, bow forward. Keep the length in the spine. Keep the neck extended rather than trying to round, bringing the nose to the toes. Keep the length. Inhale, lift through the torso, lengthening through the spine, back toward the ceiling. This time, round through the spine, lower the crown of the head toward the toes, gazing toward the belly button. Inhale, lift. Exhale, round and lower once more. Inhale, lift. Lengthening through the crown of the head toward the ceiling, bringing the hands to the ankles. Use the elbows to draw the knees toward the earth. And release. Bring the knees together like a book. Shift the knees to one side. Grab the books or blocks and stack them at the top of the mat in the highest spot that you can get them to. Come to the knees. Rest the palms on your books, on your blocks. Lift the left leg. Bring the sole of the foot to the mat. Curl the toes of the right foot and slowly lift the knee, stepping the right foot forward to meet the left foot. Stepping the feet hips width apart. Inhale, lift halfway onto the blocks, creating a flat back. Gaze directly below the face to the floor between the blocks. Inhale, lift onto the fingertips just a little. Exhale, bend at the elbows, fold forward. Release any tension in the neck as you let the head hang heavy. Forward fold. Inhale, lift, creating that long spine, maybe coming to the fingertips or the palms on the blocks or books. Exhale, fold forward. If you don't have your blocks or books, always an option to bring the hands to the shins to create that half lift. Once more, exhale, fold forward. Take a slight bend in the knees. Pick up the hands and bring the hands to opposite elbows. Release the crown of the head, once more holding no tension in the neck. And allow the upper body to hang heavy as gravity does the work to release the lower back, release the neck. Option to stay still, or option to sway side to side like a ragdoll. Keeping that nice gentle bend in the knees to take any strain off the lower back. And slowly bring it back to stillness. Release the hands back to your blocks. Bending at the elbows, forward fold. Inhale, lengthening through the spine, creating that flat back. Exhale, fold. Releasing the crown of the head. This time, bend through the knees. Slow motion, roll the body up to standing. Rolling one vertebra at a time. Drawing the shoulders over the heart. Head over the shoulders, reaching the fingertips to the earth. Inhale, float the hands overhead. Exhale, hinge forward, fold down, bring the hands to the blocks. Forward fold. Inhale, hands up the shins or onto the blocks, half lift. Exhale, fold. Bending at the elbows or lowering the hands to the floor. Bend through the knees, slowly roll up. Drawing the shoulders past the hips, over the heart. And finally lifting the chin past the shoulders and elongating to the ceiling. One last time. Inhale, float the hands up. Exhale, fold forward. Finding the blocks or the mat. Inhale, half lift, creating that flat back. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees. Inhale, float it up. Rolling slowly. Sweep the arms overhead. Exhale, bring hands to heart center. Step the feet next to the blocks, just enough that you can rest the hands on top. Inhale, float the hands overhead. Exhale, bring your hands to your hips. Ground into the right foot. Step back with the left foot, about a 2 to 3 feet distance, depending on how long the legs are. Turn the left foot at a 45-degree angle. Inhale, lead with the heart. Fold forward. Option to keep your hands right here if that gives your hamstring the stretch that it needs. Option to rest the hands on the blocks. Option to bring the fingertips to the floor. Just honoring where your body is today. And then notice as you adjust the hips, shifting one forward or one back, notice the sensations in the body. So find that hip placement that gives you the stretch that you need. Pyramid pose. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Take a slight bend in the right knee. Step off the left foot, bring it forward to meet the right. And once more, come to a forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees. Inhale, roll it up. sweeping the arms over the head. Exhale, bringing the hands to the hips. Ground in through the left foot. Step back with the right, that same 2 to 3 feet. Turning the right foot at a 45-degree angle. Inhale for length. Exhale, fold forward, leading with the heart. Each side of the body is different, so honor what this side needs, whether it's the hands on the hips, the hands to the blocks, the hands to the floor. Inhale, half lift, create that flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Take a slight bend in the left knee. Step the right foot forward. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Plant the hands on your books, your blocks, or the floor. Ground in through the right foot. Step back with the left foot to the end of your mat. Lower the knee to the mat. Inhale, reach the hands overhead. Exhale, bring the palms to touch and lower them to the center of the heart. Lengthen the hands forward. Track the right thumb with the eyes. Open past the knee. Slowly reaching toward the back of the room. Always an option to turn the gaze forward if that's more inviting to the body. Bring the palms to touch. And once more, open to the right. Bring the palms to touch. This time, reach the hands over the head. Exhale, cactus the arms out to the side, shining the heart forward. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bring the hands through heart center, turning the torso to the right, bringing the right elbow, or left elbow rather, to the right knee. If that doesn't feel comfortable, always an option to bring the left palm to the knee. Opening the heart and the chest to the right side of the room. Inhale, bring it back to center. Move my box forward. Draw the front knee past the ankle, drawing the right knee forward. Exhale, shifting back. Option to pick the toes up off the mat or the sole of the foot off the mat, depending on what the hamstrings need on this side. Slowly float forward. Bring the knee past the ankle and exhale, float back. Bring the knee forward. And then lift to bring the right knee to the mat. Step the left foot forward. Inhale, reaching the arms overhead. Exhale, bringing hands to heart center. Sending the hands forward. Tracking the left thumb this time as you open past the left knee to the back of the room. Inhale, bring it forward. Exhale, open. Inhale, bring it forward. Exhale, draw hands to heart center. Inhale for length. Exhale, spiral across, bringing the right elbow to the left knee. Always an option to bring the hand to the knee as well. whatever feels most inviting to the body. Inhale, come back to center. Draw the front knee past the ankle. And exhale, sending it back. Bring the knee forward. Exhale, take it back. Inhale, bring it forward. Bring the left knee to the floor. Shift the hips to one side. And bring the feet forward. Set your books and your blocks to your side. We are finished with those. Grab the strap or your belt and place it around the balls of the feet. Hold the strap in both hands. Ground in through the sits bones. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, walk the hands down your belt, down your strap, into a forward fold. Work to keep that length in the spine rather than rounding. Lengthening through the spine. Slowly bring the hands back up the strap. Lengthen through the spine once more. Take the left foot, bring it in, hug the knee tight to the chest, and then lower the knee toward the mat so the sole of the foot rests on the inner thigh. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, leading with the heart. Walk the hands down the strap again. Keep the right foot flexed. This time, bring the hands and the strap to the right side of the leg. Option to stay right here, or for a little deeper stretch, take the right hand, thread it underneath the left hand, bringing it to the left knee, and then gaze underneath the left arm. And slowly unthread, walk the hands back toward the center of the body. Use the right hand to guide the knee in. Hug the knee tight to the body. Inhale, lift the left hand and sweep it behind your back. Use the fingertips to lengthen through the spine. Inhale, lift the right hand to the ceiling. Exhale, bring it across and twist, opening the chest toward the left side of the room. Gazing over the left shoulder. And then slowly bring it through center. Bring the left elbow, left knee, gentle counter stretch as you look to the right. Inhale, coming back to center. And switching, sending the left leg long, placing the strap around the ball of the left foot, bringing the right knee in. Inhale for length. Exhale, lead with the heart. Bring it forward. Take it to the left side of the foot. Left ankle, left calf, wherever the hand lands. Then use the left hand to thread underneath the right, bringing it to the right knee, gazing underneath the right arm. And release, walking the hands toward the body. Using the left hand to draw the right knee in. Hug it nice and tight, lengthen through the spine. Inhale, lift the right arm and bring it behind the back. Lift the left hand to the ceiling. Exhale, bring the left hand across, opening the chest toward the right side of the room as you look over the right shoulder. And then slowly bring it back to center. Coming into our very final pose, Shavasana, I offer you several options. There's always the option to end your practice in a seated position. Sometimes that reclined position isn't in our practice for the day. Option to grab your pillow, your bolster, your blankets, anything that makes it the most comfortable position possible. For me, I like to put the pillow right at the center of the mat and then nestle the pillow right up against my tailbone. And I also like to take the blanket just because I like that cozy feeling. Placing the blanket over my knees. I'm one of those people who's always cold, so the blanket feels amazing to me. Always an option to do this flat on the back without the pillows there to interfere, making that connection flat on the mat. And then reclining all the way back into whatever feels most inviting to you. Another option is to step the feet as wide as the mat and lower the knees together. If I have any lower back tension, this one feels amazing to me because it takes that tension off my lower back. Option to bring the soles of the feet together and allow the knees to fall apart. If I'm wanting to open my hips just a little extra, this is a great spot to come into. Also an option to take the pillows and instead of putting them behind the back, putting them to the top of the mat and resting the feet like a little yoga recliner. But choose whichever option feels most inviting to you. And I will lead you through the full body release, and you are always welcome to stay there as long as you would like. But finding that position, take any adjustments that you need to make it the most comfortable and relaxing position possible. And close the eyes. Always an option to keep the eyes soft and open. And bring the awareness back into the body. Noticing any new sensations, any changes from the beginning of the practice to now. And check in with the emotions and noticing any shifts, any changes. Bring the awareness to your breath. Notice how the inhale begins with a pause, comes in, and right before the exhale, there's that same little pause. And it creates a cycle. Inhale, pause, exhale, pause, inhale, pause, and on and on. In a very relaxing, very continuing pattern. That familiar pattern that gives us everything that we need. Bring to mind the intention that you set for your practice. The affirmation, I am grounded and connected. Focus to fade away until the only thing there is the breath. Feel free to stay here as long as possible, as long as feels inviting. If you are ready to finalize your practice, begin to wiggle the fingers and wiggle the toes. Inhale, reach the arms to the space behind you. And point your toes forward, creating that full body stretch. That good morning stretch that we take in the morning. Inhale, reach the arms to the ceiling. Bring the palms to touch. Exhale, lower the thumbs to the center of the forehead. Create those little circles, massaging the fascia. Bring the thumbs apart as you slide them down the eyebrows to the temples. Adding one more little circular motion. And slowly slide the thumbs back to meet. Taking a full inhale. And then exhale, lowering the hands down toward the center of the heart. And as we finalize our practice today, we finalize in appreciation. Appreciation for all of those small blessings that we have in our lives. Those things that sometimes we take for granted. A cool glass of water in the heat, the ability to have air conditioning to cool off, the ability to come together in community with those that we care about, appreciation for the way that our bodies support us, and just how capable they are. The light within me honors the light within each of you. Namaste. And feel free to stay on your back and slowly, slowly come out of this resting position. Thank you so much for joining me. Namaste.